Hello everyone, Nuclear X86 here. I know it's been far too long, but I'm back and today we're doing a Minecraft Origins custom origin review. Now, today we're reviewing the Lorentzian. I just butchered that. We're gonna pretend I didn't butcher that name. If you want this to if you want to get this for yourself, it's in the data packs channel on the official Origins SMP. Now, starting on, let's get on to the description. As a Lorentzian, you have the power to switch between 3 different world lines: Tachyonic, Bradyonic, and Luxonic. I think I got that right. Anyway, this allows you to travel through time, phase through matter, and move at the speed of light, respectively. Okay, first world line, Tachyonic world line. Theme, space-time. The Tachyonic world line allows space and time to switch places, so you can reverse the passage of time. Okay, Tachyonic primary ability, and for this mod you need... Actually, no, you don't need extra origin keybinds, never mind. You just need the base fabric, this data pack, and fabric API, and the Origins mod. Okay, primary ability, closed timeline curves. Can time travel to any position you have been in for the last 2 minutes? We'll get into what that looks like later. This can just cause you to time travel unintendedly. Being near dense objects such as obsidian and bedrock make time slow down for you. I believe this might have something to do with the slowness effect. Secondary ability, gravity suppression. Create an anti-gravity field. Nearby entities gain jump boost and slow falling. This is your you have to hold sneak and Y, or your secondary. And this is primary. I'm just saying what I have them binded to. Sneak and hold your secondary to charge up and then release to activate. And it's just some anti-gravity. Luxonic world line, theme light. You can reach this world line by sprinting continuously for 15 seconds. Bright areas do something or other. Anyway, when in the Luxonic world line, you're at the edge between time and space, and can enter either at will. Unconstrained by the grip of time, you are able to travel as swiftly as light itself. Number 1, time dilation. When in the Luxonic world line, time gets slowed down for everybody nearby. Secondary ability, light barrier crossing. You must be in the Luxonic world line to swap between the Tachyonic and Bradyonic lines. Now, this is temporary only when you're sprinting, but whichever one of those you have selected will be the world line you go to when you leave the Luxonic world line. Thermal overload. Drinking water bottles or potions temporarily reduces the rate of overheating. Little note there. After being in the Luxonic world line for 10 seconds, you catch on fire. And your final passive ability, liquid surface ricochet. I'm pretty sure. Your high speed allows you to run on fluids. You are not immune to lava. And the thermal overload doesn't happen. It doesn't ever actually fill up fully when you're running on water, because the water cools you off. And finally, Bradyonic world line, theme quantum. The Bradyonic world line amplifies the microscopic effects to macroscopic, I don't even know if that's a word, sizes, allowing you to take advantage of the unintuitive properties of matter itself. Ability number 1, quantum tunneling. Active ability toggle with your primary. You can phase, but there's a timer. Don't run out of time. Secondary, another ability, it's not your secondary. Quantum entanglement. You can entangle to other entities and swap places with them if you are lucky. I don't know what that's about. So the way you entangle to an entity is by sneaking and punching them. and then you use Shift primary to swap places, and there's a probability of swapping. And deco here, your status degrades over time, so essentially you have to wait a bit before you actually have like a charge bar. Distributed superposition. Due to your looser physical structure, you are unable to regenerate health and take 50% more damage. And atomic orbital. Secondary ability used with Y, deals 2 hearts of damage and sets enemies on fire. You have an electron orbiting around you, which can be charged in the Luxonic world line. You have to be in the Luxonic world line with the Bradyonic thing selected, otherwise it won't charge. And you can discharge it on an enemy. And covalent bond. By becoming close to another Lorentzian, you form an atomic bond. This provides a shield from external objects, but hinders movement somewhat. Now that we are done with that, we will select the origin and get in. Now, apologies for my Minecraft not liking to load. Okay, so now that we're in, as you can see, we have a bar down at the bottom, just above our hotbar. Now this is charging because we're in the tachyonic world line, which you default in. You can also tell by the particles, which look pretty cool. Now this is our power bar essentially. And as a thing, for when you're traveling back in time using the primary on this, pressing sneak while time traveling will stop you where you are. And something about sneak primary will reset it or something. I'm not exactly sure. And I'll just show you what happens with that primary ability right here. So I'll press G and you see it does this awesome thing which backtracks you up to where you were. And bam! As you can see, I'm back up in the tree exactly where I started, and I'll hop back down again. Now you can see that electricity bar. That is for the Luxonic world line. It's really easy to accidentally transfer into it, unfortunately. So we'll let the bar charge up and just generally, enjoy the thing. Now we'll take a look. We'll use these polar bears as guinea pigs. I'll just hop over and try not to go Luxonic mode. So if I sneak and hold my secondary, you see that feather bar charging up, and then when I release my secondary, this polar bear now has slow falling and jump boost, and you get it too. See, slow falling and jump boost, and then it runs out, and the polar bear doesn't really care. Now I'm going to use this thing again, and then if you press shift, you magically pop out, and shift G, I don't know. And as a thing, your bar has to be charged up for you to use it. Otherwise, it will not work. Now, let's move on to the Luxonic world line. You have to be sprinting, and you can see that yellow bar charging up right there. And after you've been sprinting for 15 seconds, you see it says world line and Luxonic, and you go ridiculously fast. So you can see the fire bar 2 charging up. If that reaches full, you would catch a light in survival. And the minute you stop, you'll go back to your selected world line, which is tachyonic. Next, moving on to Bradyonic, what you need to do to switch over to that is activate the Luxonic world line, which you have to always be sprinting to stay in. And then press your secondary, and you see right there it just switched to Bradyonic, and I have this charged atom, which just did that, I suppose. So this is your little atom friend. You just have all these really cool particles. Now this is the Bradyonic, and one of the most detailed world line, and one of the most this is the Bradyonic world line, one of the most detailed world lines in this origin. And just starting off, we'll scroll all the way down. You can phase primary ability, you can phase, but you see that green bar goes down. If it reaches 0, I think you become unstable and might take damage. You don't want the bar to run out, essentially, and it recharges quickly. Next, you have quantum entanglement, so I'll show you how this works. Then there's a chance it might not work, or just there's some percentage thing going on there, I'm not sure. Let's go over to this pig and not sprint. And sprinting's a big issue because you'll magically go into a Luxonic, but it's just a speed boost. So now shift and left click, and you see all those particles that are actually connecting me and the piggy. And then if I shift and press G, you see it did nothing. That was just some bad luck. So let's try it again. Shift and left click, and then shift G. Doesn't appear to be wanting to work. Now, there is like a luck thing involved, so yep, shift G. Bam! You see, I just got swapped with the cow. So it's not guaranteed, but it's generally probably going to work. So now that you have done that, I'll charge up the atom ability to show you how you can use it. Now remember, for the entanglement, you always have to be holding shift. So the way you charge the atom is going into the Luxonic world line while having Bradyonic selected, and then leaving it. And as you can see, that thing surrounding me is now blue and yellow, and it does discharge randomly for whatever reason. So it loses its charge quickly. So generally, for some reason, it just like lose its charge. So you have to be quick with it. Like you'd go Luxonic, Bradyonic, and fire, and just like that, Mr. Iron Golem was on fire. Now there's some other abilities I can't demonstrate. That's that thing then. That's that thing there. And decoherence is when that bar runs out. But you can phase, it's pretty cool. You can be just as annoying as all those phantoms, but you're not invisible. You're very transparent, don't get me wrong, but you're not invisible, and to most people, like you'll be more than visible. Now in survival, testing the effects of decoherence, what happens when that bar runs out? So it's like if you're phased for too long, let's just say. Oh, yep, and you see there's the thing decohered or whatever, and yeah, you blow up the ground. So don't do that while inside a structure. And to demonstrate the running on water, you see you can run on water, and the fire bar will never actually fully charge up. And I'm pretty sure, never mind, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. Yep, it's pretty cool. And there is the time dilation, which is kind of hard to test out, but I think I might be able to use my dear friend the polar bear over here. So let's just sprint over to him, and you see if you get caught on a block, you immediately leave the world line. And if you can't sprint, you are stuck in either the Bradyonic or Tachyonics, and you need to be able to sprint. You see Mr. Bear over here, everything's just going to be a bit slower for him because I'm going so fast. And that's this wonderful origin, one of the best origins you could play as. It has so many features, and I especially like this, just the general style of it. If you want to download it, it is on the Origins Discord. That's the only place you'll be able to officially download it. This is version 1.7, and yeah, it's just generally just a really good and enjoyable origin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be making far more videos just generally like this. So if you are into them, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.